And so now about this bodhicitta, then I think many of you all know when there is two ways to develop this bodhicitta. One is known as the wishing bodhicitta, and the other is actualizing bodhicitta. And the wishing bodhicitta is something that sincerely thinking in our heart and mind, and like to help to the other beings. And the nature of the bodhicitta is also known as is open mind and free from greedy and selfish. And generally, according to Buddha's teaching, we or in Buddhism, that we not just came here first time in this samsara or this world. No, this is not the last time we will be here. We will go on and on. It's just like turning the page. Our life is like kind of book. We go turn the page, and page after page, and chapter after chapter, continually goes on. And how we're going? There is two kind of ways to traveling or going through this, according to Buddhism. One is with traveling with great understanding, great awareness, with great awareness, the clarity they're doing. And the other is just going, it's taking way. Wherever it hits, it hits. That's it. There's nothing turning, nothing kind of do. It's just moving. Whatever do, what called by chance. That's the one way. So two ways. And this, the majority of when we're traveling on this samsara journey is just a kind of almost like blind, the dark. We have no idea what will happen. Why this is happening is due to the ego clinging and due to the ignorance. Ignorance is blocked our clarities. We don't really see anything beside the small area, very local area. That's what we see. We see, and everything is just a presumption status, or everything is just a kind of like imagination, hopeful status. There's nothing that clarities, because ego clinging is blocking. And when we have this ego clinging, is what it does. It always makes self important. Our self becomes so important. One's own self is become the number one, and then rest maybe is just a second, and then it goes on and on. But one own self is so important, and that's known as ego clinging. Ego clinging or the self-important, and a greed. And that's how our ego does. But this bodhicitta is completely opposite. It is selfishless. It's greedless. You're breaking that wall, that icy cold wall that we develop, the life after life, self-important, greedy, and ego clinging, that cocoon, that we're breaking that shell and opening ourselves, make valuable to everyone. When we have the selfishness and self-important, then what we does, we always create so much regiment consumption with the narrow thoughts of the negative emotions, such as known as ignorance, attachment, anger, jealous, hatred thought. Then greed, and making so many different excuses, one after another, whatever the available ego, like self excuses that support the self-important, self-fulfillment, we make that. But that even though for a short moment maybe it serves some purpose, but deep down we're creating such a negative, very heavy impact that registering in the subconscious storehouse, according to Buddhism, creating such a deep karma. That karma print is not going to release immediately. It's not going to remove immediately. Even if we use the million tons of what's called detergent. Detergent or this Clorox? What? Clorox bleach. Even if you use, it's not going to go away. It's not going to go away. Once we did that negative things, this is going to stay. And the consequence will returns back. We're going to experience by ourselves. We created this. Therefore, in the Buddhism, you all know, what we see is our environment, our vision is self-created vision that reflecting back to us. We created, we have to go through that, whether it's good or whether it's bad. Therefore, this due to of this ego clinging, self-important and selfish and greedy thought that ego always makes one way or the other, directly, indirectly, and that made ourselves more kind of circulated and ice and cold and dark and just deep all the time, life after life, and then carried so much kind of turbulence of the negative karma and negative energies, and that kind of hurting us and hurting others, and that went. In the midst of that turbulence, there is the kind of like Buddha, this love and kindness, compassion, light, the kind of occasionally erupting that it helping us, guiding us, and then it just kind of again blurred and covered by all thick mist of this habit pattern, negative emotion, negative things. That, and that's is known as the karmic things. In order to break that shell, break that regiment, that wall, then the bodhicitta, that is what we need. Bodhicitta is a completely opposite of self-important. Bodhicitta is a completely opposite of the selfishness and greedy, and that is completely opposite. If we have the true bodhicitta, or both, even not completely 100% bodhicitta, if somebody we have the bodhicitta, we have in a global level, we have the world peace. We don't have to worry anything. If we really have the bodhicitta, even 25% bodhicitta, definitely we will have the world peace. That everybody is talking, every politician, everyone is talking, the world peace, harmony and joy. We will have that. Why we are not having the world peace? Peace and all those miserables went in history and happening now most of the time is lack of the bodhicitta and self-important and greedy and hungry of the power. Then all that, and that's what all this creation. So therefore, this bodhicitta is so special in many different levels, individual level, group level, family level, and the country level. If we really have the bodhicitta, then the true peace, joy, happiness, and harmony, respect, and appreciation that we all talk on occasionally, that all comes with this bodhicitta. Therefore, this bodhicitta, for that reason, Buddha and all those great masters and practitioners, one voice, appreciated and emphasized again and again how this is important. They all these great teachers and great masters, they practiced bodhicitta, they lived with bodhicitta, they preferred the bodhicitta, they become the great symbol of the peace and joy and happiness to even they're gone 1,000 years ago, still freshly is affected. And remember, because it's the power of this bodhicitta. Therefore, this bodhicitta is so special. I mean that, it's not something that I'm talking, something that you don't know. We just reminding as we had this opportunity, I'm talking that. But this bodhicitta is so special. And therefore, all those great practitioners, masters in the teaching said, before they pay homage, every time they pay homage to the bodhicitta, pay homage to bodhicitta, pay homage to bodhicitta. That's why the bodhicitta is, this is just, it's so special, so important. Everything is relying on this, enlightenment and everything. So therefore, this is what the bodhicitta.